The Wi Pere Trust estate was established 118 years ago and is said to be one of the most successful family estates in the country. The Trust owns farms, an orchard business, is a contract grape grower and has a joint venture in a quarry.
Wi Pere Trust was constituted by our founding tipuna Wi Pere when he constituted his lands into a statutory whānau trust on the 14th of April 1899. His legacy today is now some 7,100 hectares of prime Gisborne region lands. Wi Pere, he lived from 1837 to 1915. And he lived through and experienced the trials and tribulations of the settlement of New Zealand from 1840. Wi Pere was a rangatira, a tohunga, a politician, a soldier, a Maori land court conductor, and a farmer. The major business is sheep and beef farming and horticulture. It also has a joint venture on a quarry that's on our land. In terms of the major focus being sheep and beef, what we're trying to do is to create a business for the next 100 years, which involves trying to look towards customers beyond the farm gate and engaging with similar-minded farming groups to form enough scale to get there on a basis that we can do something like that. The same thing with horticulture. All we're trying to do is to evolve and follow where the opportunities and the markets are that are presented to us from time to time.
My focus is really looking at our existing crops, where they fit and where we're going to go to in the future. We currently produce about 90 hectares of production for citrus, vineyards, kiwi fruit and persimmons. Traditionally we've had a lot of older varieties and we're now looking at investing in new IP varieties as we go forward. We have around 50 hectares of citrus composed of mandarins, so easy peel, satsuma mandarins, which are for local market and also export if we can get the high enough taste. We also have older plantings of navel oranges. We have kiwi fruit, which has just recently been planted, not yet in production. And we have a small area of persimmons, which is behind us here. We've also got grapes. We're looking to exit the vineyard industry. We don't see it as a long-term part of our strategy as we enter into newer high-value crops. For us, the grapes have been around for a number of years. We've got older vines that are no longer in favour. Pretty good growth there. Kiwi fruit is a no-brainer, obviously. It's a high-value crop. It's well marketed by Zespri. It's a really good option for us. It's certainly not a cheap crop to get into, but our trustees and the management team here are focusing on being part of that industry as we go forward. For citrus, it's about moving out of some of these commodity varieties, looking at some varieties that may mature at different times, IP varieties that have got high value attracted to them. Also looking at persimmons. Persimmons are a crop that perform particularly well in Gisborne, and it's another high value export crop. The marketing team that we deal with have been doing it for a long time, and we look forward to a good future with that crop as well. One of the benefits for us is we've got an abundance of land, some good land. It's close to the river systems. It's highly fertile. A lot of the land has been leased out in the past, and it's about bringing that back into our management structure as we can. Obviously our restrictions are capital, so it's about investing in capital as well, and more importantly, investing in good people. The Wi Pere Trust governance team is strong, and they're our leaders, and they give us some indications of where they want to go. We put the plans together as operations team, and it's scrutinised, and they make the final decisions, but it's a team approach, and we're just lucky to have some high-class people involved at trustee level for Wi Pere.
What we need to do, guys, is we've got to put much fruit on some of these young trees. Your first crop, so you sort of lighten up the low a little bit. So this one,
there's a lot of young people out there. We're trying to get to the grassroots, I guess, get to them at high school, identify possibly who we've got available, and also look within our own camp, see who's available, and then provide some solid, robust training, structured training on orchard and off orchard, and then retain them. That's our strategy. We'd love to be able to bring people through from our own ranks, and that's what we're driving towards long term. At the moment there's a mix, we have a balance of people from all directions, so it's really stringing that together. We know with our business plans we've got some good growth ahead of us and we need to attract the right sort of people. We've got 7 permanents, they'll expand out in the next couple of years, but we use up to 30 to 40 casuals as we go through the calendar. There is a local organisation that will provide pre-employment training for 2 weeks, so it's like an induction process. They'll get these guys out, provide some key skills, get them work ready before they turn up at the orchard gate, and that's really proving to be really successful for us. The provider's really getting guys that are, I guess, needing to be motivated if that's the case. Some are already motivated, but using a team approach, getting them together, gym sessions, more pre-employment drug testing, so there's a whole lot of things going on that we've asked to be put in place and getting some really good feedback on that. And that's attracting the next wave of people coming through.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.